Hi there, my name is Megan and this is my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my Camp Nano story. I've finally broken it out of its vault and I'm going to read it for the first time since I wrote it. So I thought I would document my journey with you guys. Today is my day off from work. And so I'm not sleeping, so I thought I would get some work done. And so I thought I would pick up my Camp Nano project and see how good or bad it is. I have a feeling it's going to be terrible. That is my kind of worst fear, is that it's going to be a mess. I know it's going to be a mess. I don't need to, but we'll see how much of a mess it is. So yeah, let's get started. Look at all these chapters. So, this is my story so far. So I just finished reading the first chapter, and I like where I was headed with it, but the writing is pretty terrible. It's gonna need a lot of work, but I like the direction I was heading with well, I can't really say what's going on in the story, but I really like how the direction I headed with this story. I like where I started off. I think I could do it better. I just need to revise it. So now I'm going to start on chapter 2, and we'll see if hopefully it gets better as I go on. So I was right. This story does need a lot of work. A lot of work. It's kind of a mess. It's exactly what I expected, but this was my first time writing a story, and finishing it, so I'm not too upset with it, and I know it's fixable, which is good, because I do have, the story does have good bones to it. It's just my description is weak. I do a lot of showing rather than telling. It's just, and the writing's just kind of a mess. Because when I was writing it, I was just trying to get as many words onto the page as possible. I wasn't really focusing on making those words sound good. The point was just to tell the story. This is kind of a rough draft for me. This is my 0 draft of this story. So, I know round 2 will be better. So I'm currently in chapter 3 and scene like 2. And I've got to say, I make some interesting points that I think I need to work on carrying through the rest of the novel, because they're interesting and poignant, I guess you could say. So I need to figure out how to take those ideas and carry them through the rest of the novel. I do make some interesting points, especially part of the story is this young woman's grandmother has just passed away, and she's mourning her loss, and I talk about the grieving process in this story, and how that grieving process is different based on your religious beliefs, and what happens if you don't have those same religious beliefs that you used to have. How does that affect your grief and the healing process and coming to terms with what happens when someone you love dies? And I think I make some interesting points about that in this story, that I think I should carry throughout the rest of the novel. I should really kind of focus on these points that I've made. So it's interesting going through this story and reading through it. So one thing I've realized, I'm in chapter 5, I believe. I've realized that I've written something that is completely unbelievable, and so I'm gonna have to rewrite it completely. This completely messes up an entire plot line because it's just not believable. So I'm gonna have to completely redo that, and that's gonna be a lot of work. A lot of work. So this reread has definitely been, I know I keep using the word interesting, but there's really no other way to put it. It's been interesting to read and see what I like and what I don't like about the story thus far. One thing I'm disappointed about is I started the story so strong and heading in this great direction that would allow for a lot of deep character scenes, and I just moved away from that, and the story has become about something completely different, and I'm not sure I like where it's headed. I think I'm gonna have to start over from the very beginning and refigure out the middle, because I like the ending. I think the ending is great, but I think the middle is missing a lot of what the beginning had to offer in the beginning. So I'm currently at chapter 8. Yep, chapter 8. So let's see, I'm almost halfway through. I'm about 2 chapters shy of being halfway through. So I'm about, let's see, I'm about 40% through the book right now, if I'm doing the math correctly. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop here because the day is almost over and I'd like to spend my one day off doing something fun. And this is getting a little tedious. I'm not enjoying I'm not enjoying the story that much at this point, so I want to set it aside and I'll read the rest later. Yeah, so thank you for joining me on this journey. If you like this video and want to see more of me, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you'd like to help my channel out. It lets people know that if you like this video, that other people might like this video as well. And I will see you guys later. Bye.